What's going on, guys? Nick Lesagore here.
Brandon Delkiai.
Exit 12
Brewery.
in the house. And we're here on a brew day.
Yes, sir.
On a casual Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are in daycare.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
We gotta do a little drinking.
Gotta do a little drinking. And that we will. Check this out. That is a Fig Mead from none other than Kevin Clements, Christian Clements, Clements Homebrew.
Oh, yeah.
We got a double on the Clements train today because we have a Fig Mead as well as a barley wine from Kevin's nephew Josh.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's on the mother or father. I mean, it's got to be on the father's side because it's Kevin. It's his direct nephew.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's his sister's
Well,
brother.
yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. We don't know the lineage past that.
We don't know the lineage. I know they have a website where they do track the Clements lineage, and we probably should have done our research. But whatever the case, this Fig Mead bottled February 25th, 2018.
Yep.
So we're looking at almost 3 years old.
Yeah.
9 pounds of wildflower honey, 1 pound of orange, and I think that might have been orange like syrup.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm not sure. But I know they have a video on it. 11% plus ABV. Kevin even put the warning on the bottle. Appreciate that, brother.
Yes, sir.
And so it's 11 a.m. starting our day with a 11% mead. Why not?
Yeah, screw it.
Brandon and I are not versed in meads. We just aren't.
We're not mead guys, but we don't. It's not that we don't like meads.
Right.
We just don't know anything about meads.
So this is like our first mead. I haven't had a homebrew anything in a while. Homebrew beer, homebrew anything other than our own Saison, which I'm trying to kick off of this keg.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm really excited to try a homebrew. It's been a while. Check it out. I mean, Kevin, killing it.
Yep.
Nice and clear. That orange, like golden hue to it is
like
amazing.
Golden amber.
It's like a golden amber. You can see through it. There's chill haze.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this thing looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really clear. What I do know about meads is that they're still. There's no carbonation as far as I know. I am dying to dig into this. Let's get a little
snifferoo.
That's right.
Cheers. Cheers on the
Are we cheersing on the sniff?
Yeah.
Cheers on the sniff.
We're a little rusty.
Heavy alcohol on the nose.
Yeah.
11%. I mean, expected.
It smells almost like a rich wine, almost like a really rich white, or
I was thinking red. I was thinking like a cab almost.
I can see that. Oh yeah.
Almost like an alcohol-y kind of woody aspect to it, which is interesting.
I'm not getting a lot of the honey, but I'm sure that's more on the taste anyway. But yeah, it's almost like a grape pith and a little bit of grape brines and stuff. It's very much like a wine characteristic.
Really getting that wild flower aspect, I think. I'm getting a slight orange, but I'm really getting this wild characteristic, which I think is really interesting. You've got kind of the back end, which gets kind of you can't smell sweetness per se, but it's got like this sweet, I don't know how to really explain it, but like this honey, the honey quality almost.
All right, you ready?
Wow, this is interesting. I really don't know if we did this justice in terms of explaining it, but I'm really excited to dig in. So we cheersed on the nose.
Cheers again.
Let's cheers on the tongue.
Screw it.
Salute. Thank you, Kevin and Christian.
Thank you, guys.
Oh wow!
So you definitely get a lot of the honey on the taste. It's very smooth, very coating. Not as much heat. It's a 3-year-old beer, mead. But I'm not getting as much heat, so it makes it very, very dangerous. It's extremely sweet. It's like a very sweet, almost like a sweet wine. It's very, very dangerous.
I catch a little bit of the heat after I swallow, it kind of comes back up and grabs you a little bit. But 11% sitting for almost 3 years. This thing is magnificent. It's got a syrupy quality to it probably because it's pretty still. Got like this really like syrupy kind of really sweet quality to it.
Yeah, I was getting almost like on the back end a little. It's got to be the honey, but it's almost like a maple syrup, which has just got to be the honey. But yeah, it's very on the front end. It's very subdued, very nice, slight honey, slight fruit. Then you get a little bit of the heat, but nothing overpowering. Then it ends with this really nice honey hit. That's just awesome. I can't believe this is 11% beer, 11+% beer. It's insane.
It's very, very cold. I'm very intrigued to
beer, but it's mead.
I'm very intrigued to see what happens to this as it warms.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot more of those I think more of the orange qualities are going to come out.
Yeah. So I'm definitely getting a little hint of something, which I believe is the wildflower right in that middle part, which is actually pretty good. That it didn't just sort of get lost in there, which is nice. But it definitely comes out more on the aroma than on the palate. But it's definitely there. It's a very complex mead. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of them, so I don't know what to base it off. But if this is what meads are, maybe I'm a mead guy now.
Yeah, it's layered really well. I think. Even just now, taking that last sip, I got more of the orange character. It really has this deep honey flavor, which I think is great. I think that's awesome. Yeah,
it's a very complex mead, comparatively what I know, which is not much. But yeah, you definitely get those layering of flavors, which is really nice and is just this like nice fruit and honey explosion.
Yeah, this is phenomenal, Kevin. We're gonna sip on this. Yeah. We're up to the boil now on the brew day, so we're gonna go monitor that and just do a little sip on this and let this. You can't pound this. We'll be on our ass.
Yep.
And still got to take care of the kids even after the brew day.
Oh yeah. And while you're sipping on something, you should check out the Exit 12 Homebrew podcast on all major podcast networks. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'm cross-promoting like a mother flipper. We don't swear here. We do on the podcast.
That's
so, check us out.
That's right. We'll be back with Josh Hoovers Barleywine next. Can't wait for that.
Cheers.
All right, and we're back. It's the end of the brew day.
It was a long one, but we did okay. Almost hit all our numbers. Felt pretty good about it on the new system, so yeah, some growing pains, but we're doing okay.
Check out that video if it's not already posted.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, continuing with the Clements Clan Homebrew Reviews, we have an American barley wine. Listen, our first time brewing on a new system, hitting pretty much our efficiency, brewhouse efficiency on the head, nail on the head.
Sure, whatever.
All that stuff. You're going to celebrate 2 high ABV beers? Why not? The Drunken Sailor. Kaboom.
By old Josh Hoover.
Josh Hoover at Peerview Brewing. 12.3%.
11112223334445555.
The Drunken Sailor, as I mentioned. He doesn't mention anything else that's in it. Also, Brandon, you can open this, my brother.
Sure.
Also, apologies to Kevin, Christian, and Josh. I've had these beers for a while. We're just now getting to them. Mixture of COVID and enter excuse here. Just a lot going on. And, we're not very well versed in barley wines and meads and things like that. So it was nice that Brandon's here now. We're brewing again on the new system. So figured let's pop open a few homebrews. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm dying for a good homebrew. That isn't mine. So I'm really excited about this beer. Kevin's mead was awesome. As it warmed up, I got crazy notes of orange. That was really good. And 6 ounces for that per person was perfect. So that 12-ounce bottle was absolutely awesome and hit the nail right on the head.
All right, here we go. Look at that timing. Good timing.
Very good timing. Brandon, 12.3%. He says, you know what? I'm not going to give you a few ounces. Not here. Not here, baby.
No.
We're giving you the whole effing bottle.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's just a lot of OZs in this glass right now. A lot of OZs. So, taking a look at it, it's really nicely carbonated. Tiny, tiny bubbles coming up. I'm sure if I swirl, I'll get a nice head.
Yeah.
You don't really expect much of a head because it is a 12.3%.
Copper color, almost dark amber. Like, yeah, very good. I was going to say rust, but rust is probably not something you want to call a beer, but it's just a color descriptor, so chill out.
Chill out. I have called beers worse. So yeah, I got a little bit of a quarter finger head when I rustle some bubbles, which is nice. I can smell it from here, just malty goodness. Like I don't even have to put my nose in it. This thing is wafting with awesome aromas.
Yeah.
12.3%, as I mentioned, and it's fairly turbid. It's not very clear. I don't know if that was the intention or not. It does have a little bit of like a pinkish kind of hue on the very bottom, which is interesting. Like a very, very light pink maybe. Maybe it's just my glass. But it does have that really auburn kind of burnt orange, as Brandon mentioned. And it looks absolutely delightful. Let's get a nose on this.
All right, let's do this. Well, cheers, would you?
Listen, Kevin, you got a cheers on the nose. Josh, sorry, buddy.
Sorry.
This smells fantastic.
Yep.
I'm going to move over to the side to give you some more camera
thank you.
space.
Yeah, you take up everything, Mr. Diva.
Big body. That's what they call me. So,
Fat body.
all right. Noggin Boy, also. My boy Colin, he's behind the scenes.
Yep.
Big brain.
You know, yeah. That's what
call
we're
me
gonna
Big
call
Brain.
you. That's what we're gonna call you, Noggin Boy, from now on. It's definitely malty. It's got a ton of malt character.
This is phenomenal.
It's not too much heat. It doesn't smell like it's going to be, for a 12+ percenter, does not seem like it's going to be too ridiculous. It's not going to be ultra, boozy.
I get a candy apple quality on this.
Yeah,
and I don't know, not the apple, the candy around the apple. And that is...
It's just candy.
Right, but it's like the candy dip.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it smells just like that. It smells like phenomenal.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
I'm going to give a few more notes on the nose. I
You gotta say Tangelo. You love Tangelo. Is there any Tangelo you can get in there?
No Tangelo, but I do get maybe like a rye component almost, like a farmhousey, rustic rye kind of component almost.
Ooh, I just got a big whiff of some heat.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm not getting the heat, which I love. Plum. I'm getting a huge hit of plum on this.
I was gonna say plum or dart, not dart.
Date, maybe?
Date.
Maybe
That's
a
what I
date?
meant to say, dart. Yeah, it's definitely got some of that in there.
And I mean this in a good way. It smells like I'm at the fair.
Okay.
But in a good
part
way.
of the fair? What part of the fair? Not with the horses and stuff.
No,
right? Okay.
no, not the horses, but kind of like waiting in line for like cotton candy, or as I mentioned, the candy apple concept kind of thing.
Doesn't smell like the carnies.
It smells like a candy store almost. It's very like when I was younger. I used to go into and Colin will remember being from Marshfield. We had like a penny candy store that was right in the center of town in Marshfield. You used to go in and you'd get a paper bag and you fill up your bag and she'd weigh it for you and you pay whatever it weighed per pound or whatever. And I used to walk out with all different kind of candies.
Yeah. Fruity tooties.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, this smells awesome. I have very high hopes for this.
All right. Cheers.
Only one cheers for you,
Cheers, Josh.
Josh. I'm sorry,
You can
buddy.
get another one here. Cheers.
2 cheers on the toast. I like that on the sip.
One more.
No, okay, I don't want to leave. I don't want Kevin to get upset.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not boozy at all. Very smooth. It has a little bit of that wine aspect, but it's ton of malt. Some of that malt flavors. A little bit of rye on the back end. Yeah, it's just a delight.
The rye, I can understand the rye. I also get a alcohol component on the back end, the longer it sits. Obviously, at 12.3%. Obviously, as a barley wine, the little I know about them is that they're a sipper. You don't throw these back. The barley wine's not designed to clean your palate off quickly.
Yeah.
This is a sip and chat beer. Candy. Again, I'm getting that candy concept. Really, really sweet, rich malts. Yeah. Really, and I'd love to know what the malt bill was for this, because you're getting a lot of sweetness that is heavier than like a honey.
Yeah, like it's definitely more like like you said, like a cotton candy or like a candied apple type deal. Not, the mead was definitely rich in honey that we had from Kevin. This is definitely more like a candy or a fruited like date or plum or something like that.
I'm thinking like Crystal 120.
Yeah, maybe.
Some sort of like dark crystal malts.
Yeah, which you don't see a lot, which is nice. I don't know if it's more of a staple in barley wines and other beers, but it seems like, a lot of people don't go past the 15-20 in the crystal malts anymore, and sometimes they're really good. They give those tremendous rich malt flavors.
Yeah, I also I also get a really kind of complex bitterness at the back end. There's a bitterness on the back end that kind of melds with the alcohol. That really kind of rounds it. Actually, the alcohol kind of softens the bitterness in a way.
Sure.
On the back end, it's not a harsh bitterness. It's really soft, and that's probably a testament to the hops that you used, as well as the high ABV and the alcohol in the back. But from the beginning to middle, there is no heat on this whatsoever. It's very deceiving.
Yeah. It's and I'm not. It's very slight for me. I'm just getting a tremendous malt bill, like a malt character on it. It has like just that rich malt flavor that is awesome in a barley wine or any of the other like darker IPAs and things like that. But this thing is friggin' awesome. This
is fantastic, and I think it makes me want to delve into barley wines and try some more. I can tell you that he may have won an award for this. I'm not 100% sure.
Definitely see that.
I'm sure, Josh, if you want to comment and let us know if you won an award. But this could go down as the best barley wine I've ever had.
Sure.
Like, it wouldn't even remotely surprise me based on Josh as a home brewer and this, his style of home brewing and his practices. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's clean. It's super, super sweet, but it's got so many different sweetness characteristics.
Yeah.
It's got levels to it. And then so the beginning and the middle is that super sweetness, but it's got different levels of sweetness. And then it's got the candy sweetness. It's got like a rye aspect. It's got the malt sweetness, like we said, Crystal 120. And then in the back end, you have this really, really amazing bitterness mixed with the alcohol in it, which really smooths everything out. Overall, this thing is fantastic.
Yeah, it's an insane barley wine.
May have been a mistake to pop it open, considering we had an 11% mead, and we're going to have to be around the kids tonight. But what are you going to do? When you have a semi-successful brew day, I'd say more than semi-successful,
sure, yeah.
First time using the Anvil Foundry, you have to celebrate. And there's no better way to celebrate than with other people's homebrew. So Josh, Kevin, Christian, Clements, Hoover, Man Bear Pig, Kevin's brewery's name is Too Far Gone.
Too Far Gone, yep.
1122334455, killing the game. Thank you guys all so much for these delectable delights. And that reminds me of that SNL skit.
Yeah.
Potent Potables.
Yes, so
that's what that was.
Yes, so done.
That was a potent potable. All right. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.